Tired of that same old breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Same old tasting scrambled eggs, burger, that dinner steak, ribs, or pork chops. Why not add a little bit of spice or just a touch of heat to make the difference? Change that scrambled egg with a little bit of Johnny Fabulous's John Cena Sr.'s $1 Million Jalapeno Hot Sauce. Great on burgers, steaks, chops, and those barbecued ribs.
And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
That's what kept it together.
Holy Lone Ranger Batman. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
God,
they were it.
Friggin', how awesome was he, man? I got to tell you,
fantastic.
A huge fan of his.
Who else we got from WCCW?
I don't know. We got to get. You know what?
Gotta start taking a look.
Well,
that was a home
Tatum
run. He was great.
But Tatum like didn't show up, right?
No.
We've had so many great
Tatum
stars,
got
but
off
I got to tell
easy,
you
too,
something.
for that.
For me, that was a super entertaining interview.
That was fantastic.
And look what this guy made out of his life too after wrestling.
You know what, though? I mean,
it's amazing.
As a human being, I give him so much credit. He watched that whole family leave him.
Yeah.
How do you, I can't even.
Testament to him.
It really is. He's an amazing individual.
And by the way, with all due respect, his wife was smoking hot.
Was she?
Oh,
I missed the whole thing. Dude. Why didn't you ever pop in so we could wave and say hi?
Ask.
I missed the whole thing.
I didn't know. Like, look, some guys get weird. Like, you get weird. If someone thinks your girl's hot, you get all. Like,
I get weird?
Yeah, you go, talking about my girl. You know what I mean?
I do?
Yeah, you're a bit jealous.
Well, no, you tend to, like, hammer on. That's the problem. Well, your girlfriend's a big.
But
whatever.
I would have, said, hey,
Yeah.
She's hot. But anyway, I don't know what else to say. She was hot.
Ay, ay, ay.
And I'm not being disrespectful.
I don't think you are.
You
kept it clean.
She's smoking.
Yeah, and I only cursed right
Sorry
at the beginning of the show. Everything was clean after that.
You're doing well.
It's effing wild.
But this may be a problem, though. It's going to stay on a little longer. I wanted to cover something with you I thought was pretty important, right?
Okay.
So
Can't go home yet, Abe.
Mantor passed away last week, right?
Yeah.
Mike.
Right, Mike, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess everybody's aware that Eric Sims, we have a relationship with him, right? Eric's an agent. He travels with the wrestlers. In fact, I think he was just down in Texas with Brian, and he did like a, like a mass signing.
Cool.
Down there.
Very cool.
So anyway, Mike, I shouldn't really call him Mike Mantor. So
he's
apologize.
Mike to you.
But I just want to make sure everybody understands what I'm talking about.
Right.
When Mike passed away, Eric, as we know, he had Mike booked for 80s Con or 90s wrestling.
I don't know. I got you.
I think it was 90s wrestling.
He had him coming up for something good.
So
right.
Mike unfortunately passes away, and we know Eric. Eric sometimes doesn't think. I've had problems with Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've made it clear with him. But overall, Eric Sims is a good human being. Sometimes he gets caught. I know for you.
I didn't say a word.
I know, but I'm just saying, I know you're not always the biggest fan, which is fine. It's cool.
To be fair, though, there's plenty of me that likes him quite a bit.
Absolutely.
To be fair.
I don't want it to seem like you hate him. I'm not,
absolutely not.
If I'm coming across that way,
I
do
do
apologize.
not even close.
But Eric sometimes
cool.
doesn't
He's
think.
fine.
He gets caught in the gimmick of stuff.
Yeah.
And the day Mike passed, he announced it. Right? And then said, hey, everybody, who should I get next?
Oh.
So a lot of people, all right, I don't want to say a lot of people got offended. Some people got offended.
It's the timing.
And by the way, he's bringing in PN News, who's
good.
Mike's best friend.
Good.
Right?
That's cool.
But it definitely bought some heat.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah,
I want you to weigh in on
timing.
that first. Opinion about what I just told
It's
you.
just, the way you worded it just now.
Exactly. Just give me your response to that.
You got to know to not do it right at that moment. Like, wait a day or two.
Fair enough.
Just don't do it at that moment.
Made a mistake.
That's fine. He's human.
Right? So you're closer
So
to
give him a
Mike.
break.
You're closer to Mike. Say you're
liked-
closer.
I liked Mike quite
but
a
say
bit.
you're very close to him.
Right. I liked him quite a bit.
Is your feeling about what Eric did even worse?
Ooh. Well, first of all, if I'm close with Mike, how do I necessarily even know who Eric Sims is?
Well, because you're in the whatever, you're in the wrestling. You know Eric Sims is a promoter. And you know Mike was
Okay,
supposed
if I'm
to
aware
come,
of the whole
and you're very
situation,
close with Mike, does it make the
it
situation
depends
worse?
on where my emotions are at that given moment. If I'm really, really distraught and he says that, I might get a little, but then again, I wouldn't go public. I'd call him.
All right,
I'd be
so,
like,
okay,
Eric,
right,
you
okay.
might
So,
not have.
This is what
you know,
happened.
I mean, publicly attacking him. I mean,
Okay, well, so there was a
leave the
public
guy alone.
public
What the hell?
attack.
Okay.
It was from Big Vito. You remember that guy?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I do.
This is what he wrote.
What did he write?
You wanted to know about your cult hero? He actually wrote this today.
What?
He's been doing it a lot, but I just took today's clip. You wanted to know about your cult hero? Maybe now you will respect wrestlers and the business. We are human beings. You prey on people's hardships and go to their deathbeds to get the last drop. If your house was burning, you would only care if your wrestling merch was okay. Anyone who deals with this going forward, you're just low class. By the way, can you put a picture of Big Vito up there so everybody knows who I'm talking about? Because again,
can I warn you right now? You're getting me mad.
all right, but hold on.
All right.
I just want people to realize that
Yeah.
who I'm talking about, Big
Yeah.
Vito, because he was very
Yeah.
forgettable.
Right? Yeah.
Okay?
Look him up. He's got a cap.
Or,
he wears a
or
cap.
look for the wrestler who wore a dress to try to get over. That's probably the best.
God, really?
That's probably the most.
Oh,
that's probably the most
Jesus,
thing he's known
God
for.
Almighty!
All right.
Oh my God!
So
Go ahead.
anyone who deals with this going forward, you're just low class.
Getting me mad.
Promoters, your promotions are your legacy. Do you want to be associated with this? Most of all, when you say the word, that's him.
It looks ridiculous.
Well,
Go ahead.
because he wasn't a good wrestler.
Right.
He had no mic skills. So
Yeah.
what did they say? Put a dress on him.
Yeah.
But he cares so much about the wrestling business. He's like, I'm okay. I'll wear a dress.
Right.
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 We
Gotcha.
spoke about
Where's the lipstick?
Before
I don't
poor
see the
Mike
lipstick.
passed away. We talked about the worst gimmicks of all time. That's one of the worst gimmicks.
Oh, Mantor pisses on that. What are we talking about?
all right. Most of all, when you say the word brother, it doesn't mean you take his booking for bullshit excuse like a trust fund. A couple of $100 doesn't cover pens and pencils. Have the honor and represent your brothers in this business. Now listen and read. If you book this person on your shows, you're just as dirty as him. Thank you for all who truly care.
For all who truly care.
Right. Now, let me explain something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So clearly,
I can't curse, huh? Go ahead.
a little bit, but don't get crazy. Don't do the foul crazy.
Yeah, whatever. If you're gonna neuter me, I ain't gonna say
Clearly,
nothing.
Big Vito
Phooey.
is upset over the passing of another one of his brothers in arms.
That's fair.
okay.
He's got every right to be.
And he's certainly upset, like you said. His timing was
Go back
wrong.
to the top of the statement. Go back to the top
Go ahead.
of that statement.
Go ahead.
Okay?
You want to know about your cult hero.
Keep
Maybe
going.
now you will respect wrestlers and the business.
going.
We are human beings. You prey on people's hardships and go to their deathbeds to get the last drop.
Right here. If your house was burning, you would only care if your wrestling merch was okay. Is he disregarding that Eric is a father and a husband?
All right, I think the point is
I
that
know, I'm taking him literally. Okay?
you can't take it literally.
Why not?
Because if you are, then you know what? You're taking a.
Whoa!
I stopped.
I think they know what that
I
one was.
stopped. I stopped.
Oh, you were saying Fugazi. That's what you
you're
meant.
taking a guy with half a brain and using his words as a literal statement. Okay? But I understand where you're going with it. But let me get a little deeper with this.
Yeah,
okay?
go ahead.
So he's upset about one of his brothers in arms. And Abe, please chime in also. So I checked Mike's GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
You know whose name was on the GoFundMe page?
Who's that?
Eric Sims.
I'm not surprised.
Let
Let me guess whose name wasn't.
Take a guess.
Big Dress Vito?
There you go.
Very good.
So another example of words
Right.
over reaction.
Right.
Let's go a little deeper. Last year, who was touring for 2 weeks and then was going to come on the show, or we were asked to come on our show?
Right. I remember
Who
the
was
guy,
it?
the guy in the dress.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we said no,
Right.
but he traveled with what agent?
Oh, that's right. There's no one like good old Eric, right?
There.
Yeah.
So Eric's money was good
Oh, for him.
last year, but no other wrestler it's not good for.
You know what I smell?
What's that?
I smell Dookie.
Well, there you go.
There it is.
Again, another guy who talks with forked tongue. And let's not mind you.
How surprising.
Eric, really, come on, think about it.
No, I don't like.
Do you think Eric was going to make money with Big Vito? Autograph signing. You going to get a Big Vito autograph?
No.
No.
I'm not even going to go buy a dress.
There you go. So Eric, who had a relationship with Big Vito, and I know this personally.
So why is he doing this to him?
He brought him up because these guys
Need attention?
They need attention,
There
and
we
they want to
go.
act like they care.
Right.
All right?
Right.
So, look, I'm not defending Sims. I'm just trying to
Well, that's
call it like I see it.
Can I be blatantly honest?
Yes,
I am
right.
defending Sims. What you're welcome, Eric. But it's the truth. What the hell is this garbage?
Well, it gets
That's
a little
garbage.
worse.
Oh, it
so
gets
the other
worse.
The other
Oh,
day,
that's cute.
on Facebook,
Yeah.
if you get tagged,
Yeah.
your name comes up.
Okay.
So there's a tag from Mitch.
Okay.
And there's this guy, and if you can find it, put him up too, because I want to get a little deeper into it. It's called Duke Loves Wrestling.
Okay.
WRASSLIN.
Wrestling.
Right? I call it Duke
Wrestling.
Does Duty. Okay?
Duke
Does Duty.
Nice.
But anyway, it's Mitch being asked by this Duke Does Wrestling to please come on and speak about Eric Sims. So
Okay.
Mitch wrote, I'm sorry, I have an exclusive agreement with Mike, Monty, and the Pharaoh, which is a joke, okay? There he is, all right?
Why the hell are we giving this guy a pop?
Because here's the thing.
Oh, we should not be giving this guy a pop.
Again,
What?
All of a sudden, some people were asking, who are you?
Right.
Duke Loves Wrestling.
Right?
Right? People are on there going, who are you?
Right.
I don't know you.
Right.
What does he do? He starts attacking our show. So I take a picture. I take a picture of his show. Well, there's a couple of things going on with this guy. Let's get a little deeper with this guy.
What else does Duke
I
like?
take a picture of some reviews, and I think on Chartable, he ranked 82 or 128. I don't remember.
Says who?
Chartable.
Okay, fine. That's
Chartable. So if anyone doesn't know,
that's fine.
Chartable is the audio portion of podcasting where people could see where you're ranked. Right? So he goes on talking about how we're number one, because that's what Mitch put. He goes, I only deal with the number one pro wrestling broadcast.
Thank you, Mitch.
And he starts attacking. They're not on Chartable. This guy doesn't even know how to read Chartable, right?
Oh,
he
my
goes, we're nowhere to be
God.
found. Clown Boy. Number one, number 19 all time in Ireland, okay? Number 30 in Japan. Again, I don't really care, okay? It doesn't matter, because guess what?
I'm not having a pissing contest with the
hold-
guy who loves wrestling.
But this is what I'm trying to get
Get the hell
to.
out of here.
It all doesn't matter because guess what?
What's that?
Remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week, I said, what does the number one, the greatest match of the year get? How much money does that match get from PWI?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
So if you're number one on Chartable, you get nothing,
Awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Okay? We have wonderful family, wonderful fans, right? And I tried not to get involved with the guy, right? He was just really starting to irk me.
I'm really getting annoyed, but go ahead.
Here's the biggest problem with this guy. Can you put his face up again one more time, Abe?
that's the thing.
I want Pharaoh to, because it's really not a face, right? Is it? What do they call it? An emoji?
Yeah, that's the thing. When you
It
asked
looked
me to
like
look it up,
Chef from
you're asking-
South Park. Did I see that right?
You're like looking. You're asking why did he get like a pop? I go on Google. That's the only picture.
Well,
That's
no,
the
only
I know.
picture
well,
on the
hold
entire
on.
internet?
He also he
Wow,
goes on.
he's big time.
But I feel
Also,
like
he
that says
goes
a
on
lot.
and he says, "I've been covered by every wrestling
Oh
magazine."
my
If
God,
you Google
shut
it,
up.
it's a half a page of Google.
Well, listen,
Shut
I-
up.
I
Google
love you
Monty the
guys.
Pharaoh. But hold on. Here's the biggest question I have for you guys. Put his picture up real quick. The emoji thing, not the actual person, because I don't know what the actual person was like. I did look at one of his other social media pages.
Wow, look at that artwork.
Okay.
Look at the artwork. Wow.
Good stuff. But hold on. Here's my question to you.
Yeah.
The picture I saw of Duke, right? Oh, call
Yeah.
him Dookie.
Yeah,
right?
he's Dookie. He's
Duke
Dookie.
looked like a white guy.
What?
So is this one of these people
What is
the
that?
white guy who thinks he's black, or is a black guy who thinks he's white?
I wish I could find a single picture of him.
Well,
That's
here's the biggest
Can you
problem.
find a picture of this
No,
guy?
I can't. No, I can't.
Here's
I'm
the
telling
biggest
you,
problem. It's not a white guy who thinks he's black or a black guy who thinks he's white. It's a loser who thinks he's a winner.
Yeah.
You're out. You're done. Ding, ding. I'm glad you love wrestling. Count it out. Ding, ding.
I'm serious. I can't find a single picture.
And one thing, guys, he did insult me personally.
What?
He said, "You go ahead with your own life, you and your fat arms."
What?
He called my arms fat. He hurt me deeply. Fat.
Wow, your arms are fat, huh?
He hurt me
That's
deeply.
interesting. Remember the other day when you threw my car across the parking lot because you were
No,
bored?
I do have a serious question, guys.
I mean, what the hell? Why'd you do that to my car?
What are the chances
Oy.
of Dookie actually having a real job? Anybody weigh in?
0 to none.
Abe?
I'm telling you, man, I couldn't find a single picture of him. I couldn't even find more pictures like that. It's just that picture, another picture like of the close-up emoji, and that's it.
I did hear CVS had layoffs, so it's possible that he's just trapped in his basement.
Well, all right,
what love for wrestling?
What are the chances that Dookie lives with his mommy still?
I mean, there might not
and
be
he
a lot.
podcasts from his basement. His mom's like, "What are you doing down there?"
I told you to be quiet after 10.
Meatloaf! Meatloaf!
Meatloaf, you gave me brisket. I hate you. I hate you, Mom. I hate you.
But you know what, though? Dookie has opinions about wrestling.
Oh, really?
He really thinks he can help AEW. He's got advice for Tony Khan.
Oh, wow. Well, maybe Tony Khan should give him a call because he signs every other idiot. Maybe he should. Maybe he should. I smell Dookie.
But Dookie wants peace.
He wants peace?
He wants peace.
Okay.
Not peace with us. He says, treat people respectfully in
I
life.
see.
So something that you do not do very well.
Oh, I don't believe in it. Do unto others as they do unto you.
All right, so can we have a man's bet? Is Dookie black or white?
I think Dookie is yellow.
What?
I think he's yellow because he talks like a cowardly Dookie.
Oh, by the way, he says he has lots of sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
So he has some kind of liquid company with, if you use his code, Dookie. If you use Dookie smells wrestling.
What is it, toilet cleaner?
Dude, can we start a podcast, Dookie Smells Wrestling?
Dookie smells wrestling.
Or how about Monty smells Dookie's mother?
You see, you're not being nice.
No, I'm not.
You're not loving the universe.
You think Dookie's mother's hot?
Admitting
Wait a
love.
minute, is his mother hot?
I don't think Dookie's mom admits to giving birth to Dookie. That's what I think.
She named him Dookie.
She did name him Dookie because that's probably...
What do you want to name our son, honey?
Dookie. First impressions go a long way. Dookie.
So anyway,
Yeah.
to close this out,
Yeah.
guys, I didn't mean to go too long.
Oh, you had a ball. Who are you kidding?
I know, but
You did.
I love it.
You loved every second
I love
of
it.
Hey, Dookie, thanks for stopping by.
Dookie, we love Dookie.
You know? Wait,
Dookie's
hold
our
on.
friend.
I'm going to flush you
By the
now.
way,
I'm flushing you, Dookie.
He's been doing wrestling podcasting since 2016.
Wow, he's an overnight unknown.
He's
Way to go. Way
so
to go.
the weigh-in,
Yeah.
Eric Sims makes a mistake.
Yeah, let him
Big Vito, clearly. Why do we call him Big Vito anyway?
I have no
It's
idea.
not even big anymore.
We should call him Dressed Up Vito.
He's dressed up Vito.
He's dressed up Vito.
Let's
Yeah.
call him Dressy.
Yeah, Purdy Vito.
Let's call
He's
him
Purdy.
Dressy.
He sure is Purdy.
So this is a guy who Eric Sims took care of.
Right.
Gave him money.
Right.
Made no money off of.
And decided not to use him again because you can't make money off what you can't make money off. Too
Right.
bad. Get over it, Dressy
So
Vito.
now you should tell Paul Pia News
Right.
you're a clown if you come work for Eric Sims.
Maybe PN News should pay Dressy Vito a
Oh,
visit.
by the way, this guy Dookie was reading all these statements because the reason it started, he wanted to do an exclusive on Eric Sims. It's called The Slap Heard Around the World.
Okay.
Again, when the Iron Sheik slapped Eric Sims, it's funny.
Right.
I wouldn't consider it the slap heard
like
around
Bobby
the world.
Thompson's 1951, the Giants win the pennant.
And to be actuality,
no, it's a little different.
To anybody else, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, the biggest thing that ever happened.
Now hold on to Steve Kerr was like, oh my God, you're gonna make it like the Iron Sheik thing.
So anyway, Dookie reads all the statement, but he doesn't name Dressy. Wait, what do we call him? Dressy.
Dressy.
All right.
We'll call him Dressy.
Dressy.
Dookie meet Dressy. Dressy meet Dookie.
There you go.
D&D.
He doesn't name Dressy's
Double
name.
Ds.
He goes, a world famous wrestler writes, and I'm thinking to myself, In what world is Vito world famous?
You know, I remember last week Vito ran through my neighborhood, and all the neighbors were like, "Who's that?" Had no idea who he was. So, but he's world famous. He's world famous.
Listen, to be fair to Vito, I want to be fair here. And Abe, tell me if I'm wrong.
Wow.
The guy's probably working at Walmart.
Oh, here we go.
He sees himself on YouTube every so often.
Right.
He's upset about his life.
Right.
And he sees that Eric lives a pretty decent life. He's traveling, he's vacationing,
Eric
he's
works
doing all
hard
this stuff.
and has other...
Right. And he's probably upset while he's got that he probably has a Walmart gown on, like a dress.
You might be right.
And he might be upset.
Have you seen the
My
dresses?
real life turned into a dress.
Have you seen the dresses they sell at Walmart?
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, God. It fits him. It suits him.
That's terrible. But I bet you he gets a discount.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I heard they laid him off. I don't know if he gets a discount. I heard he shoplifts there now.
So do you think since Vito's so concerned about Eric Sims' life,
Right.
and Dookie is so concerned about Eric Sims' life,
Dookie!
what do you think is going to come about this? Like, do you think Eric Sims will be shut down by the wrestling world?
Oh, my God. Well, you know,
Is there a possibility?
When you're a world-famous wrestler, your opinion carries weight. Eric Sims is as safe as could be.
He's pretty safe.
He's good to go.
He's good to go.
We'll see him soon.
Oh, by the way,
good to
the other good part is Dookie went on the attack on Mitch
Dookie.
because Mitch didn't make a statement.
Wait a minute. Don't go after
so
Mitch.
Wait a minute, hold on.
okay?
Here's the best part.
Now I'm getting even madder.
He writes that Mitch stole company ideas and was being sued.
What?
So here's the deal.
What?
Okay, when you're in the world of business, right?
Oh my God.
And maybe
Why are we entertaining this?
No, but here's the funny thing. When you're in the world of business, no matter what you do, you buy a house, you own a business, you probably could Google people and find out things that may happen.
Oh,
people
sure.
get sued, right?
Oh, yeah.
All the time, right?
Oh, unfortunately, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he Googles it, probably reads something like a court case between Mitch and John Jones over this, settled whatever.
Right.
And he turns it into...
Oh, you're a...
Or like Vito, right? Eric Sims goes, "Hey, everybody, who should I get?" "Oh, I'm sorry, Vito. You're so upset, again, over the passing of Mike.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking over your life.
Right.
You're crazy upset about it.
Right.
But you didn't donate to his GoFundMe page. You know how I feel about GoFundMe pages. In this particular case, I was okay with it, right? Mike's got a young girl, a young daughter, an old elderly father.
Of course.
Hey, you know what? And you know what? I'm not telling anybody that they should donate. And by the way, I want to make it clear. Paul Stockwell, who's a fan of the show, this guy donates to everything. Great guy. Benny Scala donates. Cool. I want to name these people because you know what?
They do
Phil,
the right thing.
Maria, Stingers,
they do the right
Davio, all these guys.
Yeah.
They do the right thing.
Yep.
And again, I'm not telling you that you had to donate. All I'm saying is you didn't back it up with stupid messages on Facebook.
Yeah.
You put your money where your mouth is.
And I'll bet my last Dookie that goes down the bowl that when Eric asked, who do you want me on? Who do you want me to have next? Not a single one of them said Big Vito.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure of it.
You know, I have to
I
check
would bet
that.
my last Dookie.
You know what? You're probably right.
I know I'm right.
There hasn't been one big Vito comment on there.
I can't remember ever going to the network or going to YouTube or going to anywhere where I can catch a wrestling match and going, I think I'll watch a Big Vito match. Ever. And until right now, I had no idea that there was a person that a parent named Dookie.
Well, anyway, we want to thank you guys for joining us. Next week, we've got the men who have made, the unsung heroes who have made the future stars on.
Very nice.
We want to thank you. Jay Will says Perry Saturn might be a good interview. Now, that's a guy.
Cool. I've heard of him.
That's a guy.
He rules.
That could wear a dress.
Dude, he was ripped in that dress. And Moppy? Dude, that was great.
It was great.
It was great.
Want to thank you for joining us again, Brian Adidas.
Oh, that was
unbelievable
fantastic.
Interview. Unbelievable.
What a good guy.
Hero in wrestling.
Excellent interview.
Thank you again. And if guys, go check out their shop. It's pinned to the top of the page. On the smaller clips, we'll add the link on there. again, we are always honored that you guys join our little show every Thursday.
We're so
We're so, because no one knows who we are.
No one.
So thank God you guys care enough about us. Matthew Holland says, have Chavo Guerrero on.
That's great. I like that, Matthew.
Well, we got Barry Windham on. We got Manny coming on.
But here's the one I really want.
Who?
Spiros Arion.
Spiros Arion.
Let's find Spiros
You know what?
Arion.
It's going to be my mission.
I want to find
It's my mission.
I want him.
Spiros Arion.
Yep.
I love
That
it.
would be nice. That would be nice.
Perry Saturn. I'm going to try to see if we can
Perry
get
Saturn
Perry.
would be great. That would be great. That would be very, very cool. The Filthy Animals.
Look at
Perry
you.
Saturn. Yeah, the Rings
Anyway,
of Saturn?
what an honor that you guys join us every
yeah.
Thursday. I hope you enjoyed that interview. Again, we want to thank Brian Adidas for taking your time out and your wonderful smoking hot wife
You're
joining
killing
us
me.
also.
Oh, my God.
Because she was smoking.
Yep.
Invite who? Maria says, invite what? You want me to invite Dookie onto the podcast?
Hey, Dookie, thanks for passing through.
Wait a minute. Wait, here's the question. If we invited Dookie...
I don't want to talk to Dookie.
I know, we're not going to have him on.
Thank God.
But if we did, do you think he would show his face? Like, if we could find out if he's black or white?
What does it
No.
matter what
I
he
wanna
is?
know.
He's a jerk.
I
don't
wanna
care what
know.
he is. Oh, you really want to know?
Do you ever see those video clips of, like, black guys who think they're white and white guys who think they're
What
black?
if he's
It's
both?
hilarious.
What if he's both? Then I'm really confused.
What do you mean, like Star Trek with the black-white
Right,
guy?
like Frank
Oh,
Gorshin.
my God, how great
That would be
that
great. You don't understand. The black's on the right side of the face. Mine's on the left.
What was the name of that alien?
Well, first of all, the name of the episode was "Let That Be Your Last Battlefield," and that would be Beale and Loki.
Oh,
Were
my
the brothers,
God.
I believe. I'm not
Dude,
positive, but I think I'm close.
If I don't care who the person is, find them on the street. If someone's willing to dress black and white
Right.
like that,
Right.
and we could interview the black
Right.
part and then the white part,
I would be
friggin'
I
awesome.
would be unbelievable. But they feel strongly both ways. That would be.
I
It
hear
would be
you.
kind of strange.
There would be inner conflict.
Yeah, it tastes great, less filling. It would be
It'd
very
be inner
strange.
conflict.
It would be very, very strange.
It'd be inner conflict.
Yeah.
I want to say goodnight to you, Abe. Another great job. Dookie's mother. I'll see you later. Have a good night. Send us out.
You've been watching Monty heading on over to Dookie's mom's house. And until next week, later!